What about Chris Hemsworth? What about Thor? What about the people trying to look like Thor? And what about the fitness app that was sold for $200 million? Why are they not going for him? There is some double standards here, because if you're a Marvel fan, if you like the Avengers, if you're a big fan of that film, if you've got an emotional connection to these characters, this is happening everywhere. And why are so many people only having animosity towards Liver King when there are so many other people? What about The Rock? What about all of the things he's been, involved with for 25 fucking years? What about wrestling fans? What about anyone that watches WWE? What, so we're just supposed to punish Liver King? What about everyone else? How much has The Rock made in 25 years? So we've got things like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger was lucky because he got in and out. He became such a don that no one could even ask him that question. No one could even sit and go, "Hey, Arnie, you on steroids?" You'd be like, "Get the fuck out." So like, if we're gonna punish some, we need to punish all. And then we need to look at the fitness industry, and we should actually uphold the honest people in a better light and say, look, this is a representation of that. So Steve Cook, I've asked people within his circle if he's juicy, and some people they're genuine, like, now he's natural, now he's natural, now he's natural. I'd say chances are he's maybe had a couple little cycles here and there. Definitely for his leg development, because his legs are fucking fantastic. Yeah. I'll give you that, right?
Yeah.
But I've actually been flirting with a few different kind of TV producers about a few years ago. Someone came and was like, "Oh, if we were to do like a show for like Netflix or something, what would you want to do?" I would say, and the thing is, it's quite hard to do this ethically. I'm willing to do anabolic steroids at a bodybuilder dose for 12 weeks and document it. But then it's very difficult to get that paid off. If you're going to invest £500,000 into a TV series, people are like, "Oh, is this going to be able to harm James's health?" "Oh yeah, possibly. It's going to be shit for his blood pressure, his lipids, all of these things." But I would actually love to show people what can be done, and people would realize it looks like most people's fucking 12-week challenges that they do, these bodybuilders, these physique preps. And again, it's just one of those things where body power is a massive date in the diary for bodybuilders. I did Dubai Active a few months ago, and one side of it's like gym equipment, like smoothies, whatever. And when you go to the bodybuilding side, it's supplement companies that are blaring music so loud that it's like deafening. You have to hold your fingers in your ears. They're on stools opposite each other, seeing who can play music each other the loudest. You've got bodybuilders that have probably been looking forward to 6 months for that day. So even when it comes to you standing next to Steve Cook, how long did he prepare for? Months. How long did you prepare for? You probably brush your teeth in the morning and paper some gel in your hair. Everyone, imagine if I said to you, you're going to get 5,000 photos with someone over 3 days. And if you look good in those photos, people are going to buy your fucking clothes, they're going to buy your supplements, and they're going to buy your online training program. Over that's 5,000 prospects that you can sell into. I go, hey, Dubai Active isn't for another 8 months. How about we put you on a bit of testosterone? How about we put you on a bit of growth? How about we get you on, the sunbeds a little bit? Tell you what, let's, so let's imagine we do this, right? 8 months, you can go on and off maybe 2-3 times. Let's get you packing on a bit of muscle. And then you suddenly have an advert on your podcast going, "Hey guys, you might have noticed that I've put on a bit of size recently. Truth be told, I was doing a bro split. Now I've started doing this 4-day split that's just changed my life. And I've started taking a couple of supplements. If you want to know what the supplements are and the 4-day split, you can access it for only $12.99 a month." You know what I mean? So then suddenly when I'm dangling, imagine this, testosterone in many cases costs less than supplements. When I went on test before, my vial of testosterone cost less than my tub of protein.
Wow.
All right. So let that sink in for a sec. If I could get you to go on testosterone and do a few cycles and do exactly what I just spoke about, you could go full time with your podcast. You could quit your jobs. You could earn more money doing less, not having to leave the house. You could now leave the south of Wales, maybe go to Marbella, maybe get yourself a 4-bedroom house. How does a swimming pool sound? What do you need to do? Be dishonest with the people that buy into you as a brand. It's tempting, right?
Very, yeah.
Now, here's something from a moral standpoint. We all seem to think our morals are set in stone. Have you ever noticed that when you're on the motorway and you're speeding, if everyone else is speeding, it suddenly feels like it's completely fine.
Hmm.
But if no one's speeding, it suddenly doesn't feel like the right thing to do. So I'm not saying Steve Cook's on steroids. I'm not saying anyone in that particular thing is, but if you're optimum nutrition and everyone else is doing this, speeding as the analogy, suddenly it doesn't seem like such a bad thing to do it yourself. Or maybe just a bit of Anavar here, maybe a bit of Winstrol, maybe a bit of deep bowl. Don't do deep bowl. It's not good for your insides when you're breaking it down. Use injectable. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you know what I mean? So like suddenly you're like, oh, I could just do a bit of this. I can make a lot more money. Like don't fucking most months I go, do you know what? Sign up to my academy. I've got 3.5 million followers. I've only got 5,000 people doing the program. If I went on a bit of gear, right? Even if I put $20,000 to the side, what am I going to get with that? The best testosterone, the best doctors, the best blood works. There's a pathology lab just downstairs from where I live. For 20 grand, I could go on gear for a few months. I could bring out a new program and turn that into 200,000 or 2 million. It looms above me all the time. But then what? That's the most, do you know what? That's the most dangerous thing. Rather than misleading people and being a twat, then what? What do I do bigger? Do I do more? Do I get more of this? Or where do I go from there? Oh, it's going to slump the sales for the following 6 months if I end up coming down. Well, but James, your system was working so well for you in the first few weeks of Jan. What happened? So, yeah,